Hey gang, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with the Snack Master. I am your Snack Master, Matt Rothstein. Here's Snack Master Junior, Michael Rothstein. Today he's home from school, so we're going to do a little bit of a special home from school snack. That's right, snacking today. The Snack Master's going to give you another snack. What are we doing? Oh, we're doing a classic Spanish dish. And when I say Spanish, I mean Spain. I try to be culturally correct. If I mean Mexican, I'm going to say Mexican, but this is from Spain, at least as far as I know. And what we're doing is chocolate and churros. That's right, chocolate and churros. What are churros? Those, if you live in the Southwest, or if you live in a Spanish country, even Mexico or some other Hispanic countries, they have them too. You know what a churro is. It's basically a long fried dough thing. It's very similar to a donut, but it's not yeast risen. If you're from New York or part of the Northeast and you know some of your Italian dishes, it's kind of similar to a zeppoli, which is a fried dough kind of thing. So it's crispy, it's sweet, it's delicious, and here's what they do with it when they're in Spain. They take it and they make some beautiful hot chocolate, real hot chocolate, not stuff out of a package, not stuff with powder, no. Real chocolate, like this here, chocolate, and real milk, and real cream, and a little bit of cornstarch just to thicken it up real nice, and you dip the churros in the chocolate, and you eat up, and it is fantastic. It's one of this guy's favorites. Yep. He asked me to make it today. So what do you think, Mikey? We're going to make some chocolate and churros?
Yes!
Alright, so why don't we get started? First of all, we got to have chocolate. I got a bar of chocolate right here, and we're going to get into cutting that up, so let's do that. Alright, snackers, right here, first of all, we have ingredients that go into the churros. We have 1 cup of water, we have two tablespoons of brown sugar, we have a teaspoon of salt, we have a teaspoon of vanilla extract, we have 4 tablespoons of butter, we have a cup of flour, and then we have here some white granulated sugar for tossing them in when they come out of the fryer. Fryer is over here, right, this guy. Okay, now here with this, some people would make a cinnamon sugar for this. You can do that. That leans more toward the Mexican interpretation of this dish than the Spanish. Again, today we're going for Spain, so I'm just using the plain sugar. Plus, Michael and I, we prefer it with the sugar instead of just the cinnamon. If you want to add cinnamon, add about a teaspoon of cinnamon to this sugar because cinnamon's strong, and that'll be enough. Mix that in, and then you can go to town. What else do we have here? That's the churros ingredients. Let's get into the chocolate. I got here a bar of chocolate. This is like a 7-ounce bar, and we're just going to cut it up. Okay, because it's going to be cut up so it will melt into our milk. And yes, cutting chocolate is a little bit challenging. Alright, now that's chopped up. We just want to add this to the bowl of the other chocolate we had. What we have here is 7 ounces of milk chocolate and 7 ounces of dark chocolate. Why? Why the mix? I like the complicated flavor. I like the complex flavor I get from both. Plus, I like the creaminess of the milk chocolate. And I like the deep chocolate flavor of the dark chocolate. So I mix them up and use a little bit of both. You can use all milk chocolate if you like. You can use all dark chocolate if you like. But I really wouldn't suggest all dark chocolate because you miss some of the creaminess that you want in hot chocolate. So there we go. We got our 14 ounces of chocolate. That's ready to go. Now, let's go make some churros, kids. Alright, we're going to make some churros now, gang. So we're over here. We got a pot. And we're going to add some ingredients. We got to get them going. And Mikey's going to help me out. So Mikey, go give me the cup of water, please, bud. Alrighty. Dump that in the pot. By the way, chocolate and churros is something you can make with your kids. This is a good kid-friendly snack recipe. Alright, thanks, bud. So give me that. Next thing I need, buddy, is the butter. Thank you. Alright, that there. Okay, next, Michael, please bring me the brown sugar and you can dump that in.
Okay.
job. Okay, salt. Dump it in. Excellent. And finally the vanilla. Dump it in. Good job. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring this to a boil over about a medium high heat. Alright, the heat's not that important in this. We just want to get it going. But we're not going to actually take it to a full boil. What we're going to do is just let this start to come together. When the butter melts and you start to see bubbles around the edge of the pot, that's when you're ready to go. When that happens, we're going to go ahead and add in the cup of flour and stir that around. This is actually a cooked dough. It's actually very similar to a technique like if you were making eclairs or profiteroles or any of those puffy French pastries, you would do the same thing. It's called the pot au choux technique. And so that's what we're doing here, is kind of making a pot au choux. Alright kids, this is the consistency we want now, so it's time to dump in this flour all at once. That's just fine. And you want to stir it in quickly and completely, beat it in, and make sure that you have no lumps. Turn off the heat at that point. As soon as you make sure that your flour is fully incorporated, this is just about ready to go. Can you see that here? Take a look. That's what you're looking for. Now at this point, the next step, there's no lumps. It's a smooth dough. Next step is to add some eggs. We're going to add eggs to this one at a time and beat each egg into this. So let's do that off the heat, because that's what we want to do. So now here's what we're going to do, is we're going to take eggs, we're going to crack them one at a time, and then add them to the dish. And when I crack an egg, I like to do it on a flat surface. Crack it into a bowl to make sure I don't have any shell. And then I'm going to dump it in. And then you got to beat that egg in. And then you're going to get this dough to a nice consistency, and it's also going to have a certain shine to it. And you do this off the heat because obviously you don't want to make scrambled eggs. And again, don't worry that this egg is going into this raw. It's not like you're going to eat it like this. We're still going to fry this, gang, so we don't have any safety problems here. Alright, we beat this egg in completely, and then we're going to just repeat that process 3 more times. We're going to add 4 eggs to this. Alright, gang. Our dough is together. You can see what's happened now. It's got a nice light sheen to it. You can see the consistency of it. And that right there, that's what we want. So, next thing we're going to do is move this to a piping bag and get it into the fryer. So, let's do that, gang. Alright gang, we are back, and it's time to start making some churros. So how do you do that? Well, we got that dough back there, but we need to be able to pipe that because it's a piped dough. You pipe it in shapes in here. So you're supposed to do that with a piping bag. I don't have a piping bag. Most people I know actually who cook don't even use piping bags anymore. What we use, a zip top bag, right? Big one like this. We're just going to snip off the end. Okay, and we're going to affix a piping tip to this bag. Real simple. This way, easy cleanup. When we're done with this, we throw it away. So we get this here, just like this. Grab the collar and screw and just wrap it up, and get ready to twist it up here. Now, I've got to tell you something about this. The traditional way to do this, the real way to do this the right way, is to do this with a star tip on the end. The star makes nice shapes, nice ridges in the churros. It looks the way they're supposed to look, and it helps the sugar to kind of adhere in the little creases. But I was just looking through my stuff, and as it turns out, I think I gave all of my good tip stuff back to Mom, so I'm missing some of it. So Mikey wants his treat, I still got a tip. I can still make little tubes of fried delicious goodness, and so I'm going to improvise. That's one of the important things we do in the kitchen is, you know what? Make it work with what we got, and that's what we're going to do. So, now we got this, and we got to put our dough in here. So let's do that. Michael, come here, hold this bag. Hold it very tightly, buddy.
Yes.
And hold it wide so that I can scoop this in, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, doing good. You hold it wider, open it up. See? Like I said, we can do this with the kids. He's gonna help. Alright, and that's it. So get the dough in there. Thank you, Michael. You did an excellent job. Now we have the dough, and we just tighten this up. Get ready to squeeze. Give it a little test to see, yep, that's working. It's coming right out. Got our fryer here at 360 degrees, which is the temperature I like to pretty much fry everything at. Clean oil, fresh oil. Now, if you're like the Snack Master and you like to keep your oil and use it more than once, I do that. But for a dessert, you can't do that. If this had chicken flavors and onion ring flavors and all the stuff in there, it's not going to make a very snacky dessert. So we got this here. And before I forget, because this is important, before we start piping, got a plate. Got our sugar, remember our half cup of granulated sugar. So we put that out on the plate. That's awesome. Because when these come out of the fryer, they gotta go right into that sugar. So, you want to squeeze a few of these in, make nice long strips, and when you do that, you're just going to want to watch them and let them fry for a couple of minutes. And when they look like they're ready to turn, take some tongs or a spider and you turn them over, brown them on both sides, and then we cook. So then we roll them in the sugar and then we eat. So let's get it going. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Again, you don't want to overcrowd your pan. I got 4 of them in here right now, 4 pretty good sized ones. They're not coming out 100% perfect straight. They don't have to be. Okay, this is a rustic kind of dish, old fashioned. It's going to taste great. I'm not that concerned about the shape as I am about the flavor. Alright, so you got a good look at what these look like here. Nice and golden brown and delicious. Give them a turn as you can see what I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you hear Michael back there? Oh yeah. He's not kidding. These are pretty oh yeah. So these are going to come out of here in about just another minute or so. And they're going to go out of there, like I said, right into this plate of sugar. Then, because I'm making a bunch and we still have our hot chocolate to make, I'm going to add them to this sheet tray with parchment paper on it and put them in the oven at 175 degrees so they stay nice and warm for us. So, you want to eat these pretty fresh. And that's perfect. So right into the sugar.
Wow.
While it's nice and hot. That's what you want. So the sugar will adhere. Alright. We're going to fry up the rest of those just the same, kids. And then we're going to make some hot chocolate.
Woo!
So we'll be right back on Cooking with the Snack Master. We're getting to some hot chocolate. So stick around. Alright, snackers, we are back on Cooking with the Snack Master. Me and Mikey are here. And we're going to make some hot chocolate. And once again, this is real hot chocolate. This is the stuff you probably don't even remember your grandmother making, most of you, because I know mine never did. I always had that powdered stuff. I discovered this as an adult. But we're going to get into this and it's going to be fantastic. Okay, so I got here 4 cups of milk. And we're going to put in about 3 cups of it to start with. Okay, and I'm going to let that come up to temperature over a medium heat. You don't want this to come to a boil, kids. You want to be careful with your heat here, because you don't want to scald the milk. What we're also going to do with this remaining cup of milk is I got a tablespoon of cornstarch here. I'm going to add that to the milk, right there. I'm going to make a cornstarch slurry, because you don't add cornstarch directly to anything if you want to thicken it up. You add cornstarch to cold liquid. So we got a slurry going here now. And when we're ready to get this to the temperature we want, we'll add the milk slurry in and it'll thicken it up. And that'll be fantastic. So this milk is going to take a few minutes to come up to temperature. So let's just hang around and watch and see what happens, gang. Alright, gang, the milk has gotten to the temperature that I want it to get to. You're looking for probably about 110 degrees or so. Again, you don't want it to come to a boil. So what I'm going to do now that I got some heat going in this milk, I'm going to add the chocolate. Ooh, looks like a little bit of actually melted in the bowl. I wonder how that happened. Anyway, I'm going to add in the chocolate and whisk that in. And when that's fully melted and incorporated, we're going to add in our slurry. Oh, that's such a deep, dark color. Beautiful. Oh, it smells good. Oh, it's wonderful. You smell that, Michael?
Yes.
Oh, how's that smell to you, that chocolate?
Good.
Oh, yeah. Now, right now, it looks a little bit dark. But again, that's okay, because I'm about to add another cup of milk to it in a second. Just trying to make sure that all this chocolate is fully melted, which I would say it is. So now, we add in this, our slurry, because we want this to be a little thick. We want it to have a nice, rich consistency. So, again, the cornstarch settles, so you gotta always fix it up a little bit. So there you go, add that in. Make sure to get that stirring immediately. And again, it's only going to get a little thick, you know. It's not going to be pudding. We're not making chocolate pudding today, we're making hot chocolate. Use a whisk, make sure it's stirred in and fully incorporated. I have my hard anodized pot here, my nonstick pot kind of, so I use a silicone whisk. See that, gang? That way I don't scratch my pot. Okay. Now you want to stop whisking for a second, and you want to start to see this come close to a boil now, because you see cornstarch never comes to its full thickness until it comes to a boil. So I don't know how thick this is going to be yet, so I actually got to give it a minute and let it do its thing. Now this milk might take you a little bit of time, gang, to get where you want it to be. You just got to be patient with it. And again, you want to start seeing a few bubbles, because then you know you're going to get the thickening power out of the cornstarch, but don't let it come to a full rolling boil. That's not a good idea with milk. So let's just watch and see what we get. It's not going to take much longer.
I see some bubbles.
Yeah, you see some bubbles, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're starting to get somewhere, huh? And let me give this a little bit of a stir again. I think we're getting close. I think Michael's right. Oh, it's fantastic.
Smells really good.
Thank you, buddy. Here, so right here at the end, I'm going to add some vanilla. This is about a teaspoon or so vanilla extract. Michael, go ahead and dump that in. Thank you, buddy. Oh, and you can immediately smell that vanilla hitting it. It's fantastic. I love when he reacts like that. Alright, gang. I think we have liftoff here. I think we are in shape and in business with this hot chocolate. So, we're going to meet you back over at the counter and we're going to check it out. Me and Mikey are going to have a snack. So don't go anywhere.
Yep. Can't wait to drink it
And me either.
and eat those.
Right. Alright gang, we're back here on Cooking with the Snack Master. Time to get those churros out. Remember, we've been keeping them warm in an oven at about 175 degrees. So, let's go here. Oh. And yeah, the shape of them, if you go buy churros somewhere, if you go get them at the state fair or wherever, yeah, they're going to look a little different than these guys right here. But trust me, these taste just as good.
Yeah.
And I'm all about the flavor. So we're going to put these on a plate so Mikey and I can start getting ready to do some snacking.
Yep.
You ready to do some snacking, Mikey?
Yes.
Me too.
I can't wait.
We got those. Oh, I can't wait. I love it when he says that. Alright, so we got those there. Let's move these out of the way. Next, we got to get into our hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate.
Alright, Michael, watch out because this is hot stuff over here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, give that a little bit of a final whisk
I'll
around.
stand up here.
Okay, get rid of that. Now, I'm just going to ladle some of this into a cup.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh. Wow, that looks good.
Thanks, buddy. Michael approves.
Yep.
Alright, leave the rest of that over there. Just stay warm, because I guarantee you we're going to go back for seconds on this game.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. So right now, time to give this a try. Now this is hot.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful, kids. Oh my god, that's good. Alright. And like I said, it's churros and chocolate. You take your churro, get a little dip inside that chocolate. Mmm. Fantastic. Michael,
Yeah.
here. Have a churro. Dip it in your chocolate, see what you think.
Mm. Oh,
Tell them.
it's really good.
Thanks, buddy. Alright. That right there, kids, is chocolate and churros. A fantastic snack. Please try and make this one. Please keep watching us here on Cooking with the Snack Master. Me and Mikey will have more treats for you, I promise. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/cookingwiththesnackmaster. Check us out on Twitter at @TheOneSnackMaster. And check out our blog, which is cookingwiththesnackmaster.tumblr.com. Stay with us and keep watching Cooking with the Snack Master, and we'll catch you next time.
Watch the